For decades, theme parks have been loved by the world. Theme parks have evolved from an amusement park with food and a few rides to an immersive escape from the world. The main reason for this was the advancement of new technology and a lot of imagineering from the creators. So today, I will talk about how theme parks have advanced as technology has evolved. Three main advancements that have helped Disney parks evolve were audio animatronics, the Omnimover, and Trackless ride system. Audio animatronics are robot-like figures that can range from A100 figures that are sort of realistic and with limited movements, to A1000 figures that people mistake for real people. Audio animatronics first appeared in the Enchanted Tiki Room. They were shown on the Disneyland TV show that Walt Disney had. When they were first introduced, people mistook the animatronics for real birds. Audio animatronics solved a lot of problems for the parks. Like instead of putting actors into the rides for the whole park day, they could use robots. Audio animatronics are now a staple of the Disney parks. The trackless ride system was first used briefly in the Tower of Terror, but the first ride to use it the whole time was Pooh's Honey Hunt in Tokyo Disneyland. This system allows Imagineers to use a bunch of computer-controlled sensors to make a path for the ride vehicles to move through. This system can be more unpredictable because there is no visible track. It can make a ride more fun and thrilling. It is also easier to evacuate. This ride system was rare, but it started to be used more and more. In just 2 years, both Rise of the Resistance, Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, that will come to Epcot later this year, have used this system. The Omnimover ride system is the most used ride system. It was originally introduced during the 1964 through 1965 World's Fair, in the ride Ford's Magic Skyway. It inspired rides like the People Mover. This system allows people to get onto rides without it having to stop the ride. It also allows the people making the ride to show a certain part of the ride at a certain time. Rides like the Haunted Mansion and Spaceship Earth use this system. Certain rides are so different and technologically advanced that they change the way theme parks are. When new rides introduce new technology and a new way to immerse people into a ride or land, other theme parks have to work even harder to make rides even more amazing than the last. The Matterhorn Bobsleds in Disneyland was the first tubular steel roller coaster in the world. It opened on June 14, 1959. The ride was different from other roller coasters because it had 2 tracks that made the ride different each time you rode it. The Amazing Adventures of Spiderman in Universal Studios was one of the first rides to use 3D technology. It combined practical sets as well as screens. It opened on May 28, 1999. Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln and the Enchanted Tiki Room were revolutionary for their time. Both attractions were some of the first to have audio animatronics. Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln opened with the 1964 through 1965 World's Fair. Then it moved to Disneyland in 1965 after the fair closed. The Enchanted Tiki Room opened in 1963. Pooh's Honey Hunt was the first ride to have a trackless ride system. Now several other attractions like Mystic Manor and Remy's Ratatouille Adventure are using trackless ride systems. One of the cool things about the trackless ride system is that your experience can be entirely different depending on where you sit. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is one of the most technologically advanced rides ever. It opened on December 5th, 2019. It not only uses a trackless ride system, but projections, screens, audio animatronics, and practical sets. It is so detailed and immersive that in one of the scenes before the ride, a group of stormtroopers just look like they are props, but they move the slightest bit just to make it that much more immersive. There are also rides before the ride. The queue is like a ride in itself. Then you go into a pod that is like a show and a simulator ride with an animatronic. After that, you get onto the real ride, and inside of that, there is also a simulator-type section of the ride. All of technology has both pros and cons, but what about theme parks? There are so many positives of having new technology in a new ride or land. When a ride is updated or a new ride opens, the company gets a lot of money, either it's from higher attendance or new merchandise. It can also make rides and lands more immersive and more enjoyable. Because of new technology, theme parks can satisfy their guests' experiences. New technology also makes it harder for people to get in without a ticket. It makes it easier to make virtual lines and to get more people on the more popular rides. With positives, there are also negatives. New and old rides break down and they constantly need to be repaired. New technology costs a lot of money and they take a long time to build or make. On the other hand, old technology like animatronics are being replaced with screens because they cost less and are easier to make. When new technology comes, rides need to be repaired, and if the company is short on money, then rides can close and be replaced. It also takes a long time to get guests their VR headsets/glasses, and that makes the wait time a lot longer. After talking about the past and the present of theme parks, let's talk about the future. VR and augmented reality are becoming more and more popular in the theme park world. Rides like Star Tours and Metavision 3D were some of the earliest and most advanced rides of their time, and VR and 3D technology have only gotten better since then. Queensland University of Technology researcher Malcolm Burt said that, quote, VR allows parks to offer different versions of the same attraction without the traditional expense of physically creating new rides, end quote. He also said that, quote, VR can trick the brain into believing you are present in an experience, and this is something being explored by all sorts of entertainment industries, including sport, end quote. A lot of theme parks are using VR technology on existing rides, or they are using them as their own standalone experiences, and the industry is seeing more and more VR theme parks open. Although VR technology is very expensive, so the number of successful VR theme parks in the US and Europe will be limited. Theme parks have evolved for years, and there is so much new technology and new ways to make a theme park. With so many new rides and lands to come, theme parks will be even more exciting and immersive the more technology advances and the more time goes on.